Do you know why Gale supports Ellie's revenge in The Last of Us? It's actually because Gale is also a member of the Fireflies organization. In the show, we've all seen Eugene's true identity, and as Eugene's partner, Gale might have already become a spy for the Fireflies. Moreover, in the show, as Joel's psychiatrist, Gale has long suspected the true motive behind Joel's killing of Eugene. Think about it carefully. How could Abby accurately find Joel's location? It's highly likely that it was the psychiatrist who tipped her off. Secondly, we all know that the Fireflies organization previously wanted to extract the antibody from Ellie and was even willing to kill her for it. When the operation was about to take place, Joel almost wiped out all the members of the Fireflies organization. When Gale was treating Joel, she also said that she could tell that Joel was hiding something. So it's speculated that she already knew about Joel's killing of the members of the Fireflies organization. At the same time, she also knew that the Fireflies organization needed Ellie to become their test subject again to help them develop a new vaccine. It can be said that she deliberately guided Ellie towards revenge. Finally, remember what she said to Tommy?
Walking side by side from the very start. Some people just can't be saved.
This sentence might be hinting that Joel and Ellie have always been on the path of revenge and killing, which is in line with their personalities. However, she also believes that revenge is only Ellie's personal grudge, so she didn't reveal her true stance to Tommy. In the end, only Dina accompanied Ellie on her revenge mission. Perhaps the upcoming new episode will bring about a huge reversal in Ellie's fate. You know, in The Last of Us, Abby didn't completely kill Joel, and Joel will come back to life again. After the broadcast of the second episode, we saw that Abby killed Joel, but in fact, this just provided a host for the infected. Firstly, in the TV series, we saw that Abby's methods were extremely cruel. She directly inserted a golf club into Joel's neck. In the second season, the way the fungus spreads has been upgraded to the form of spore transmission. So the wound on Joel's neck might have already been infected, which gives Joel a chance to be resurrected. Secondly, in the TV series, Ellie and Jesse rode on the same horse and dragged Joel's body behind them. Some netizens said that the size of the body didn't seem to be Joel's, and perhaps what she was dragging was something else. Moreover, there wasn't a large amount of bloodstains on the canvas wrapping the body, which might confirm the netizens' speculation. Finally, although the subsequent plotline in the game unfolds around Ellie's revenge compared to a dead Joel, perhaps Joel, who becomes an infected after being infected, would break the hearts of both Ellie and the audience even more. Perhaps such an adaptation can make the ending where Ellie finally spares Abby more reasonable. I hope to see the screenwriter bring Joel back to life because I like this character so much. What about all of you? Have you really noticed? In The Last of Us, it was Ellie who created the new variant. In the first episode of the second season, Ellie and Dina went to an abandoned cabin together. It was there that Ellie first discovered the new infected, a stalker. But in fact, it was Ellie who created it. Firstly, we all know that the reproduction of the pathogen requires it to constantly consume its own antibodies. And as the only immune person with antibodies in the show, Ellie was very likely sensed by the variant when she entered the cabin. That's why it was Ellie who first encountered the stalker, and it wasn't just a coincidence. Secondly, the spore transmission method was introduced in the second season. Compared with the previous transmission methods, spore transmission is more covert. In the show, we saw many root-like plants in the underground pipeline, and these are the new variants. And perhaps Ellie had already been infected by the spores of these variants. The spores reacted with her antibodies, and an aggregation effect formed among the spores, which attracted the new variants. This is also the reason why Ellie was bitten when she fought against the new variant. Finally, the new variant showed differences from the previous ones. Although Ellie killed the new variant after being bitten, she didn't dispose of its body. According to the spore transmission method, this precisely provided a new source of nutrients for other variants. Moreover, the way Ellie disinfected her wound completely activated the new variant, which led to the root-like plants at the end of the episode gradually awakening. Has anyone really noticed that in The Last of Us, Ellie is actually the biggest villain? After the second season was released, Ellie was about to enter the stage of revenge, and she began to be assimilated by violence. Let's remember that after Joel was seriously injured in the first season, Ellie had her first confrontation with the cannibals. That was the start of the awakening of her violence. When she stabbed the enemy with a dagger multiple times, Ellie's state of mind gradually changed. In the second season, we can also see that Ellie sought thrilling activities. She strongly demanded to go on patrol and entered an unsearched house without permission, engaging in battles with the infected. This is also the reason why Ellie became even more violent after Joel's death. Moreover, as a villain, David once tried to possess Ellie for himself and even said,
"You remind me of me."
From the mutual understanding between villains, we can tell that Ellie actually has her own dark side, so it is entirely possible for her to turn bad. In the game, as Dina's partner, when Dina revealed that she was pregnant, Ellie regarded her as a burden, fully showing her selfish side. She even left Dina and the child behind and went to seek revenge on Abby alone. In the end, she failed to kill kill Abby. Instead, on the path of revenge, she resorted to the means of wantonly killing the innocent. Obviously, the character of Ellie is not a positive one. In the Doomsday world, Ellie has long been tainted by the ugliness of human nature and eventually turned into a villain. Do you know, in The Last of Us, dogs are actually the most powerful in combat. Dogs truly are here to save the world. Firstly, in the show, the animals we see aren't just dogs. We also see giraffes. They are the only creatures that haven't been infected in the apocalypse. Since the fungus only parasitizes in the bodies of primates, dogs have no risk of being infected, which gives domesticated dogs a chance to be useful. Secondly, the goal of the fungus is reproduction. It needs to find the next host to achieve its goal, so the fungus will drive the infected to attack humans. As hounds, dogs have a keen sense of observation, which enables them to help humans detect danger earlier and allows everyone to have enough time to prepare for and deal with the danger. In the show, we also saw that when Tommy saw the dog rush out, he slowly let out a sigh of relief. Finally, for humans, dogs are also the best tool for dealing with the infected. Since the infected are people who used to live together in the town day and night, human emotions can lead to wrong judgments. Perhaps some people will selfishly cover up the infected, but dogs won't. In their eyes, new infected individuals are also mutants, so they won't be influenced by emotions. Dogs are the most affectionate creatures in the apocalypse. They not only avoid the selfish struggles among humans, but also do their best to protect their owners, regardless of the danger, and fight side by side with humans. At this moment, what I hope most is that no dog will get hurt in the new episodes. Have you all not noticed? Abby is actually the more fitting protagonist. Within the narrative, both Abby and Ellie are characters that spark considerable controversy. In the game, Abby, driven by the desire for revenge, targets and kills Joel, the man who once saved her life, believing she has settled the score. She then demonstrates a reluctance to involve innocent parties, as evidenced by her decision to spare Tommy. Abby later abandons her violent path. Conversely, Ellie descends into a cycle of indiscriminate killing in her pursuit of revenge, turning into a ruthless killer. The story takes a turn when Abby, upon learning of Ellie's role in the death of her close friend, contemplates revenge but ultimately decides against it, showcasing her capacity for compassion and self-redemption, a pivotal moment that influences Ellie's eventual decision to spare her. Abby, despite being part of the Fireflies, an organization notorious for its utilitarian approach to saving humanity, willing to sacrifice individuals for the greater good in the quest for a cure, remains untainted by their methods. Her unwavering commitment to avenging her father and her independence from manipulation highlight her strength of character. Perhaps Abby was truly the one deserving of the protagonist's role. What do you think? You know, in fact, Eugene was deliberately killed by Joel. He wasn't killed because of being infected, but because he knew Joel's secret. In the TV series, from the conversation between Joel and the psychiatrist Gail, we learned that Eugene passed away a year ago.
It's my first birthday without my husband.
And after Eugene's death, we found the necklace with the Fireflies emblem on him, which also revealed Eugene's identity. He was actually a member of the Fireflies, and Joel had previously killed members of the Fireflies in order to save Ellie, so the two were already in an adversarial relationship. Secondly, Eugene might have been secretly investigating Joel's actions and discovered the secret of Joel's killing. He wanted to expose Joel's lies and create a rift between Joel and Ellie, but Joel surely wouldn't let him have his way, so he had no choice but to kill Eugene. Most importantly, as a technical expert, Eugene might have informed everyone of Joel and Ellie's whereabouts through the remaining network of the Fireflies, and he wanted to extract the antibody from Ellie's body again to complete the vaccine experiment of his organization. Joel was well aware of the horror of the vaccine experiment, so out of the need to protect Ellie, it was entirely possible for Joel to kill Eugene. From the conversation between Gail and Joel, Gail also sensed that the cause of her husband's death was not simple, and Joel showed unnatural reactions again when faced with the questions. This precisely confirms that Joel actually committed premeditated murder. Joel has always been a selfish person, and he got close to Ellie just because he wanted to make up for the pain of losing his daughter.